na yung data, tapos sanitize na siya. Not necessarily the graph. Okay? So, ganun siya.
So, may instances but usually yung mga secondary data is sanitized na siya?
Yes. Almost every time.
Kasi,
Diba?
secondary data.
Oo. Almost every time, almost all the time, sanitize na yung secondary data. Kasi they are not going to release that one pag hindi pa na-process. Pagka unstructured pa, because nobody can use that one. So the purpose of releasing the secondary data is for other researchers to pick it up and process it. So, ano talaga nila yan? Isa-sanitize talaga nila yan. Diba? So, when they sanitize, they will report na ano yung data all about, and then the measures are consistent. Or, yeah, the measure is consistent, the indicator is consistent. So, good. All right? Okay. Okay, let's proceed to the next slide.
Second.
No, next. 4. Okay,
So
so
actually, nagkakalo-halo na dito yung yung steps 4, 5, and 6. Select a forecasting technique is the step 4. So before ako nag-select ng forecasting technique, ayun nga, chinek ko muna kung may mga errors yung data. Ayan. So,
dapat doon na yun sa sanitation, di ba? Pag may error yung data, nasa sanitation na yun. Oh. So select the forecasting technique, mamimili ka na ngayon kung ano yung forecasting technique na gagamitin mo. So this is okay. Yan yung process of how selecting, di ba? The forecasting technique. So you're going to explore all the forecasting techniques, then i-evaluate mo siya kung saan ang pinakamagandang performance. Then mag-zero in ka doon. I know this one from previous session, right? Sige. Sige, KFC, patuloy.
Okay, so I tried 3 period MA, then exponential smoothing, and then that naive. So for 3 period MA, 324 plus 330 plus 335, and then i-average mo siya.
Yeah.
Ito yung ano na.
Forecasted value.
Ito yung equivalent niya. Ayan, then 330 to 345, then ito,
Yeah.
then 335 to 348.
So you have your data until 2017 ba? So 2018 ang forecasted dyan.
Ito yung forecasted.
So 335 siya.
So, and so on and so forth. Then yung forecasted ko is i-average natin yung 351, 356, 360.
So nasa 355 siya.
Forecasted ko is 355.
What is the 373? That's the
Ito
actual.
yung yung actual.
Malayo siya, no?
Ito yung actual.
Sige.
Then, chinek ko yung error, 345 minus 329.
Yeah.
348 minus this one, 11, 340, and then so on and so forth. And yung average ng error is 17.
Okay.
Okay. Then next is yung exponential smoothing. Ito yung medyo sumakit yung ulo ko. Dito ako nahirapan sa smoothing kasi I'm thinking...
Time out. Well, how did you get the 17?
The 17. I-add lang po ito lahat doc, then i-divide mo siya sa 5.
No.
What's the difference of 17 and 10.2?
Minus ko itong actual doc sa
Okay.
sa forecasted.
So where's the average error?
Ito po.
Good. Okay. Sige. Nalilito ka. Malapit din ako
Ito kasi lahat, ito, average.
Oh. So yung 17 is the error ng
Yes.
forecasted error mo. Sige. Kasi yun yung naturo mong average error kanina. Paano naging average error? Yung mas mababa yung mga error. Nasa taas eh. Sige. Okay.
Ito, then divided by 1.
So si 10.2 including the 2018?
Ay, hindi po.
Okay, good. Sige, sige, sige.
Basta lang sa
Yeah. Mm.
Okay, next is yung exponential smoothing. Yung ginamit ko dito na alpha is 0.1 based sa lecture natin. So forecasted in 300, yung actual from previous period minus actual from previous period plus alpha na 0.1 times the forecast from previous period.
May question ako dyan. Bakit 330 ang third?
Nag-base na ako sa example ko last time daw, yung 42.
So 330 talaga siya?
Ito galing.
Yung starting value, I think it's 324 instead of...
324. Ayan
instead
yung
of,
ginano daw actually. I don't know if 324 or 330.
kasi kung 330, tanggal mo na yung sa taas. Dito ka na sa third. Yung second value na ang kinuha mo.
Okay.
But anyway, you can check on that.
Yung initial, initial
324 siya dapat.
Balita ito lahat.
Check mo yan. Sige.
So ito yung pinag-isipan ko kasi may 42 sa example kasi 42. So ayan yung understanding ko pala is yung initial area planted harvested yung 324 pala. Sa naive na lang tayo.
Okay.
Ano na siya. Okay, yung naive naman, ito yung ingon ni Doc na mata-mata lang. So, nag-observe ako. I-observe ko lang yung data is parang kung may 5 sa na interval usually.
Okay.
324, 330, 330, 335, 35. So, most of them is may 5 na interval. Kaya, ginawa ko is MED, MSE, and FAPE. Ang naive na forecasting yung may pinaka-list na ever.
Yeah. Di ba may mga different approaches sa naive forecasting? Yung na-present ko is yung using the previous. Ito sa kanya is yung parang third type na may interval. So, nandiyan si Ma'am Joy. Nice to see you, Ma'am. Nice to see you. Sana si Naive. So ganun, this is the third type of naive forecasting na na review ninyo. So yung case C is basically increment ang kanyang binasihan. So itong kay Kevin, increment din ang kanyang binasihan instead of the case A. So case A is previous No? So it seems na mas maganda pala yung naive forecasting dito. But we're not certain yet because may mali nga doon sa exponential smoothing.
Pag linear doc na kay siya, no? Most likely
Naive.
Pag linear it's like for example
Naive di ako to.
profile, signal, pattern ng kay
Nice seasonality.
Doc yung sa exponential doc, 324 lahat ng mga initial doc.
No. 324 lang yung pinakauna. Yan. No. Tapos saka ka na mag-implement nung formula ng exponential smoothing. So ang third mo iba na. Sige. So please proceed on the next slide.
Okay, so make the forecast. So ayun na bang ito kanina yung naive na forecast yung napili ko because comparing the 3 period and the exponential smoothing and naive yun yung may pinaka-list na error. Pero I'm not certain kasi
Yeah.
nakamali ako sa exponential smoothing.
So yung make the forecast, ang dapat i-report ninyo dyan would be the 2018.
Okay.
Diba? And then, dyan sa make the forecast is basically, ano ba yung previous step? Yung previous step is selecting the forecast ba yung previous step? Check mo daw, Kim.
Select forecasting.
Selecting the forecasting technique. So, mag-zero in ka pa lang dyan. Di pa pag zero in mo, once na nag-zero in ka sa naive forecasting, instead of 5 interval, how about you try to use the 6 interval? Baka mas maliit ang kanyang errors. So, mag-simulate ka na ngayon, mag-experiment ka na ngayon, either 4, 5, or 6. Or kundi nga, gawin mo siyang, gawin mo siyang i-mod or i-formula mo siya sa Excel na automatic lumalabas yung error na minamanipulate mo yung interval. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, tapos tingnan mo yung error. Diba? Yung error. Tapos, pag may nag-throw nga error dyan, throw nga as in yung lowest point niya, automatic that is the interval. That's the fittest or that's the best interval for the forecast, for the naive forecasting. Diba? So, yun yung number 5. So, once nakuha mo yung the best model ng forecasting technique na yon, nakuha mo yung best technique, from the technique, kunin mo yung best model ng technique. Once nakuha mo yung best model ng technique, you make the forecast. That's the number 5. Sige.
So, yung make the forecast lang is yung 2028.
Yeah. Yan yung i-report mo. From that process, no? That is basically the pinaka-tedious at saka very critical na process in forecasting. You identify the technique na the pinakamagandang technique the forecast.
Yung make the forecast ko nasa last slide.
Sige daw.
Forecast is, yung forecast ko is 365 and when compared to actual na value.
That's closest, right?
373. So 365 ang pinaka-close. And
Yeah.
I don't know, Doc, if accurate na PL.
So far, given or we assume we assume that the exponential smoothing is correct, yung naibang pinaka closest, yung pinaka-accurate sa kanilang tatlo, no? So ganun siya. Pero hindi pa nga tapos yung modeling mo, di ba? Hindi pa tapos yung modeling mo. Selecting. Ganun siya. Sige.
And yung last step is monitor the forecast. So I thought ito yung monitor the forecast.
Yeah, that's right. Kung tingnan mo yung error niya.
Sa year 2018, yung actual area planted harvested is 373. The actual area planted harvested na natundan banana plantation in South Cotabato is 373. So based on forecasting techniques, NAIM has the least error with an error of 8. And the forecasted value is
So this is the one, no? Yung casing ninyo is naka-interval. So yung ginamit ni Kevin. Without you knowing it, right?
8 by 10.
Di ba? No, even ano, kasi kumbaga Kevin used his common sense that time. Kita niya yung interval is more likely by 5. So 5 ang ginamit niya. Ito, this is the seasonal, di ba? Seasonal. Yung 18 ang galing dun sa Q1 ng year 1. So, hindi siya nanggaling sa kuan. So, ang Q2 niyan, most probably 90 na naman. Tapos 100 ang Q3, tapos 90 na naman. Then yung seasonal. Dito na yata tayo, no? Ayan. Trend techniques in forecasting. So we are done with yung moving average, exponential, and panganguli yun? Tatlo lang ba yun? Moving average, exponential, weighted. WMA, MA, WMA, at saka exponential smoothing or ES. Tapos the naive. What do you think is the best among the 4?
Depende sa data.
Depende sa data.
Right.
Sa data.
So that's the right answer. So it's not actually ganito yung nangyayari sa ibang researchers, no? Sa ibang research, especially nagpo-propose ng study, nakita nila yung technique, wow, ganda ng technique. I will adopt the technique. So without actually considering the kind of data. So you see, what is that? The protocol is that data, and then your technique depends on the kind of data. But greatly, your technique depends on what? Aside from the kind of data. Let's look at the research process in general. Your technique depends on what? Aside from the kind of data.
Least error. Least error.
Aside from the data, di ba? Sinabi nyo kanina that the technique, kasi nagtanong ako, which technique is the best? So, depende sa data. That's right. That's right. Aside from the data, the technique greatly depends on what?
Figure. Graph.
Your statement of the problem.
Plan.
Generally, that's a very specific statement of the problem. The research problem. What dictates everything is the research problem. So mauuna talaga siya sa research problem. Based on the research problem, how are you going to answer that one? Ano yung mga data na kailangan?
So the specific objectives. No.
Yung specific objectives mo, those are the questions that will require you to gather the necessary data to answer your research problem. Not the specific problems, not the SOP or statements of the problem or problem statements. Kasi yun yung ano eh, what is the socio-demographic profile? What is the relationship, or is there a significant relationship? Those are specific objectives or SOPs, statements of the problem, specific. Ano yung sinasagot ng mga specifics na yun? It's the research problem. So it's very important that you know the research problem. Yan yung sinasagot ng inyong research. Kasi kung hindi nyo ma-establish yung research problem, you are lost. Maski asa mo, kadulong. Maski yun sa inyo ang data nga i-gather. Pero, wala din siyang answer dito sa inyong research problem. Because in the first place, you don't know the research problem. So, yun lang. I think that is one key takeaway from knowing those earlier methods of forecasting techniques. Let's proceed with these trend techniques in forecasting. So the trend techniques focuses on the trend, how we are going to forecast using the different trends. Kasi hindi lang lahat kasi ang trend mo is linear upward or linear downward. Di ba? Merong mga nagka-curve katulad ng non-linear trends. Parabolic trend, mura siya convex. Convex from the point of origin. The alternative or the opposite will be your life cycle trend, concave, kuweba from the point of origin. And then you have the exponential trend, both pwedeng negative exponential trend at saka positive exponential trend. And the growth curve. Now, there are names given. Parabolic trend, life cycle trend. Parabolic is very mathematics. I cannot humanize that one. So let's try to humanize life cycle trend. Why is it life cycle trend? It's just life, right? It's like life. Yung life daw kasi, when you are young, you start from the bottom, then you will have your peak. And kumbaga, sabihin natin sa career natin, nag-peak doon sa career. Tapos pag nag-peak na yan, na-achieve niya na yung kanyang, what is that in the Maslow's hierarchy of needs? Fulfillment ba? Actualization. Self-actualization. Na-achieve niya na yun, then wala na siyang ibang hahanapin, mag-relax na siya. So magkakaroon na siya ng sundown. Kaya meron tayong mga sa basketball, may mga sundowners na mga category. Mga tigulang na nasa. Hindi na sila patawag o tigulang, pero sundowners lang. Sundowners. Sunset. Sunset. Ano siya. Okay? For the exponential trend, ito yung mga kumbaga, yung kanyang increment, hindi siya linear, but instead, yung increment niya tumataas. Like say, for example, difference from 1 year to the next year is 2. The difference from the second to the third year is 4. Third year to fourth year is mga nasa 10 na. So you have that. What kind of data is that? No, anong klase mga variables ang meron tayo niyan?
Population.
Pwede rin. Population when at the early stage siguro, no? Yun ang naisip ko eh. Bacterial growth.
Compound interest.
Pwede rin.
Bacterial growth. Nasa pandemic.
Yun, naisip ko rin yung pandemic.
Exponential.
Yung ice melting, pwede rin, no? So, dahil sa init, mas marami na siyang na may melt.
Don't pwede mo pa screen share lang sa video.
Ay, hindi ako naka-screen share.
Tama ko, ano?
Makita niya. Makita na, Ma'am Joanne. Makita na sa...
Oh, yes, Doc. Opo. Ako rin pong gitanaw. Sige po, Doc. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Sana siya. The growth trend, more on population. This is more... Basically, yung population will slow down the growth rate. Pero kung kita mo, yung increment marami eh. Marami pero yung growth rate niya kasi dahil marami na yung base niya, maliit na lang yung kanyang rate of growth rate niya. No? Parang more on population si growth rate. So, may mga variables na ang kanilang trends are actually non-linear. We have to be careful on those. So, how do we arrest na itong variable na to is actually non-linear? You have to graph it. Data visualization. So, pagka hindi yan linear, of course, you do not fit a linear model for that na forecasting. Because of really, you are going to pag nag-fit ka ng linear dito, you will be missing that one. Diba? Kasi pag nag-fit ka ng linear dito, andito ang iyong forecast. Kaya andun yung forecast. Andun yung actual value. Layo. So instead of fitting a linear model, you're going to use a parabolic non-linear forecasting model. So can you think of forecasting techniques na non-linear as early as now?
Example.
Ngayon,
Seasonal.
what kind of forecasting model or technique can we use for non-linear?
Certain trends, good stuff.
The actual forecasting technique mismo. Yung mga seasonal, makapture niya yung seasonality. Pwede naman ang moving average dyan, di ba? Moving average. Pwede rin yung mga, can we use linear regression here? O kasi non-linear na nga siya. So non-linear regression models. Non-linear regression models. Let me check on multiple regression. I'm not sure if there is non-linear multiple regression. Wala, no?
Linear mo niya.
Linear lang yung multiple regression.
Kaya marami na siya factor.
So, ang non-linear na regression mo would be coming from two variables, one independent and one dependent. One independent, then one dependent. You can model a non-linear function then, non-linear regression function. Pero pag nag-multiple regression ka, I haven't tried. Baka na-try mo, Sergio.
Remember ko, X to the 4 of the value.
No, x to the 4, but that is still x sub 1.
No, napo po X sub 3, X to the 3,
Okay.
X to the 4.
Oh, baka nga pwede.
Oo,
Pero haven't tried.
Being smooth sa pala, kung wala akong pa nakatry, sir, pero akong pa na negotiation na para sa multiple regression. Since that, linear model siya.
Hindi. Pag sinabi mong multiple regression, how many x's do you have?
Okay.
More than, no, x's. Y months independent. More than one.
More than one.
More than one. This is just how many x?
One.
One lang. Time lang. Okay? Pag nagdagdag ka na isang x, it's going to be a 3-dimension already, right?
Yes.
So, time then another x ka dyan. I do not know what's the other x.
Pero X na mag-gamit siya to, dahil na 3 model.
I mean, sub. Yung subscript niya, not the superscript.
Okay, superscript. So may different variables.
Let me write that one. Do we have the marker there?
Kasi yes, sir. Isa lang siya yung curve. Kaya lang hindi siya parabolic naman siya.
Wave siya.
Pero
Di ba kayo parabolic eh, kung Y equals X squared plus C X squared plus
Where
C
iya-
plus C na
So, iyang exponent.
So, this is your x sub 1. This is your 1. And then we'll have another x right here. x sub 2. So if this is the level of x sub 1,
Three-dimensional.
and this is the level of x sub 2, and therefore this will be the y. So saan ko na ano mag-graph yun? Parang mukha na siya din ako. Then there is also a corresponding.
Yun ko na siya.
Nakalimutan ko ng paragraph.
Cubic na siya.
Tingnan natin sa Google. Ganyan na yun. Hindi ito sa cubic ha.
Ayun.
So kung i-model mo ito,
Ay,
nag-research yan, no?
Parang may kuha na siya ng three-dimensional.
Yeah, 3-dimension yan.
Siya kapag ako tatas ko.
So, nag-research.
Kung yung terminal forms on
Kita niya 3-dimension. Actually, ginagamit din namin yan sa production function sa economics. So, yung production kasi, we usually model that one using two constructs. The first one is labor, and then the other one is capital, L&A. So, dalawa sila. So that is, if you're going to model that one, that y is equal to beta sub 0 plus or minus beta sub 1 x sub 1. Right? Then plus or minus beta sub 2 x sub 2. So this is linear. But you have three variables, 2 x's. Yeah, 2 x's na dito. So parang ganun siya. And then blanket na ito. Tingnan mo doon sa kabila, blanket din yan. Ang ganyan lang doon, model niya. That's the y. Your cubic is going to be y equals to beta sub 0 plus minus. Mauna tayo sa, mapipresent din naman to later on. X sub 1 plus or minus beta sub 2 and sub 1 square. This is your quadratic. Parabolic. Yeah. Then for the, you have your beta sub 3, x, no, it's still x sub 1 cube. So that's your cubic.
Of the same X na dapat siya.
The same x na siya. X sub 1 na lang.
So, possible ang non-linear for that.
This is actually the nonlinear form. This is the nonlinear form for x sub 1. This is the nonlinear form.
Variables.
So pag nag-interact mo ito, di ba? Yung quadratic mo, pag interact mo parabolic, either concave or convex depending on the size. Pag nag-cubic ka, it's going to be seasonal. So pagka meron seasonal ng inyong data, this is cubic. So pag ganyan yung data ninyo, I'm going to use cubic function. Okay. Now, this is very, I do not know if you can really grab the entire idea. This is how your seasonal width trend na okay. So if you're just going to smoothen that out, so you have your quadrat cubic. Okay na mo. Okay lang ta. So let's go back to the basic. Linear. Then let's go back to the basic. Linear. So, yeah, for mathematics, this is very easy, right? For math, stat, or has some background in it, that's very easy for you. Yeah, slope. Your B is actually your slope. Let's discuss more about that slope. That's not just actually plain slope. Anyone who'd like to expound on the significance of B? What is the significance of that B? Based on what we're doing. How do we find the meaning of B? Or what's the significant meaning of B? For me, that is the most important thing.
Ang basic notion ng ito, diba? Once it is positive, kung di man ang gamit ng ito,
Huh?
the access na ito as T increases, the value by also increases.
Right.
So, meaning to say, B is positive.
Mhm.
If it's negative, so as T increases, the value by is decreasing.
Declines.
Declining.
Mm. That's right. So that depends on this one. Kaya kita niyo yung modeling
That's my
class kind of stuff. Because we don't know if it is positive or
Negative.
so depende ngayon kay FT at saka T. The relationship here, the relationship between FT and T or T and FT will be defined and determined by the sign of the B. Okay, that's one significant meaning of the B. Okay, it's going to tell you whether this one positively influences this one, or this one negatively influences this one. That's one explanation na pwede nyung gawin. What else? Marami talaga yung very important ang B. Marami. What else?
Shows the direction of the trends.
Yeah, yung positive, negative na nga.
Yun.
Mm-mm. What else? He was doing regression this time.
If the B is zero, sir, it will become constant lang.
In short,
punch.
So,
No, not punch.
it's flat.
in short, what's the meaning of that? If B is zero,
Punch constant. Oh, as T increases,
Give a
the
hint.
value of Y is equal as T.
okay, that's the interpretation. I'll give you a hint. What is this?
The asterisk. Okay. Significant.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. It doesn't matter if it is positive or negative. What matters if this one isn't significant. That's your second explanation. Okay. Pag nag-discuss kayo ng model, unahin nyo, relationship, what is positive? Is the relationship significant or not? For simple linear regression, y equals to a plus r sub 0. A, beta sub 1, x sub 1, plus or minus error. Usually the error equals to 0. So, for simple linear regression, once na nag-significant to, automatic the model is significant. Okay. Pero for multiple linear regression, if significant ito, it doesn't mean that the model is significant. You get what I mean? Di ba? So, for simple linear regression, once na nag-significant ang x sub 1, it means the model is significant. The entire model is significant. Pero for multiple linear regression, mas significant yan, it doesn't mean that the entire model is significant. What am I trying to say? This is p value. The p value of your beta. Okay, that is the individual significance. What's the measurement of the model significant model T? Is the entire model significant or not? Where do we see that one?
Kung sa FS.
F value and its corresponding P, right? Or F value or it's not value, F stat, right? F stat and its corresponding value, P value.
Gusto ko model na dito.
Yeah.
Kung sa
This is the what table?
ANOVA table.
This is the what table?
Sa P. Ano sa P itong sa kung murag
Yeah, what do you call that one? What's the table in the result of regression?
Summary coefficients.
Coefficients table. Coefficients table.
kaya na mapamitan. Basta na siya mga individual na mga.
Gawin natin yan mamaya para hindi kayo malito. May apply ninyo.
Actually, that's sunod ng 8 of more sa
Ano ba?
Ay mo pala yung ginagawa.
Okay.
Pero wala siya nag-detailed like yours, nag-detailed.
Oh, parang model.
Medyo
Ano nga uli ang subject?
predictive.
Magsimula kasi ang predictive dyan.
Nagpalang na dun sa
For that, ano
Magsimula siya dyan. But I'm not going to concentrate on that model alone. So, it's good na may mga additional info.
Yeah.
Siya. So, what else? Pangalawa is if it is significant. Ano yung una? The direction or the kind of relationship, positive or negative. Pangalawa, is it significant? Pangatlo. And the most important thing,
patungin sa ito. Yes.
B should
significance na yun.
the B value should not be 0 daw.
Yun ang significance na yun.
Okay.
Kasi pag zero yun, it's not significant. It's NS. So meaning to say, pagka zero yun, flat line siya, right? That X is not influencing your Y. What else?
The value of the constant should not be negative.
Ay, hindi naman. Si constant, beta sub zero is, ito siya. May ibang meaning din yan. In economics, we value this one. I do not know in other fields. In economics, this has a meaning. Okay? Meaning to say, this is already the in our field, we call as the natural stock, that given resources. Without us producing, automatic, ito yung stock na binibigay ng nature sa atin. Okay. So, like say for example, in environment, magagamit nyo sa DNR. So, without us producing food, the environment is actually giving us food without us stealing the land. That's a natural stock. Once we input labor here, production increases. So, may value yan to us. I do not know the application in the
How about the value of B? Like,
Wala na siya kung gusto.
the rate, parang the bigger it is,
steeper.
the steeper it is,
Okay.
the higher is the increase.
Okay, you're going towards that, you're going towards the last,
Regardless whether it is negative or positive, like how steep is
Kung
the
nagadako siya.
line.
right. So, meaning to say, may pinacheck ba yung levels ng beam na yan? So, the importance of this B is actually determining its impact on Y. The impact of X to Y. You have to measure and quantify and report that one. Once it is significant, once it is positive and significant, what is the magnitude of its impact? Tatlo ha, yun yung parating yung tandaan when you are dealing with this. Una, unahin nyo yan, dapat yung significance eh. Significant ba yan? Tapos what is its relationship to Y? And then what is its effect to Y? Okay? So the slope will tell you a little bit change in your X will give you a big change in your Y. Meaning to say, slope is greater than 1. Change here is 1. The change there is 2. 2 over 1 is equal to 2. Change here is 2. The change here is 4. D is 0.5. It's less than 1. Pagka greater than 1, in economics, we call that one elastic. Pagka less than 1, inelastic. This is now, you're talking about elasticity. But if that is in percentage change. Percent change is measured in terms of not its actual values, but Sergio, this is your field. Percent change is measured not in actual values, but what form? You have to transform the data. It's log form. LN. Can I have a backgrounder between the two? For I actually forgot the difference. LN, natural log based 10.
Base 10 ang log.
Okay, ba din ang dalawa? What's the difference between the two? Natural log and log based 10. Usually, tina-transform namin yan pagka elasticity ang mini-measure. Responsiveness is elasticity.
Okay, ang elasticity, di ba, is 2.7%. Ang e to the 1.
Hindi ko makuha yun. Anong I think that is in saan na field? Baka sa engineering?
Sa sir, sa LN na siya, sir, ang kay hindi man good,
Ang
sir,
relationship
with
niya.
That's not elasticity. I think that's exponent.
is
E.
value of E.
Oh, that's not the elasticity. Elasticity, the formula of elasticity is E is equal to percent change in Y over percent change in S.
Okay, percent.
This is
Ang LN
this
sir
part.
ay log of E. Log of E siya sir. Pero na lang siya log E. Kaya ang base sir kay E. Katong kay E direct sir katong constant kaya sa pi katutugin ni sir
2.7.
2.7.
This is not elasticity.
Okay, the nature of the LN, sir, once we have to get the E both sides, get L and Y, sir, no? Yeah,
Yeah, right.
Even mo ang L and Y, maway na mo na siya.
L N Y beta sub 0 plus minus L N beta sub 1 L N x sub 1 L N x sub 1.
Yes,
So this is distributed log model.
okay. And answer no, kung sa nature answer, kay kung dagdag E, EXP or E, basta or E ganit na number. Kaya nang pagkuha na simplify ang E to the L and Y, maway na mo na siya, sir.
Exponentiate mo ng LNY sir. E ang base tas LNY ang exponent.
Yeah.
Ano ang ang
Yeah, but no.
I don't know, like L and Y, kaya kung mag-E ka, maway na mo na siya.
Kung mag-ika na,
Mag-ika sa L and Y, ang value sa Y, sa kanan siya, simplify siya into Y.
Ingana ng pag-cancel daw
Wala
sa
siya
LN.
pa-cancel sa LN. Wala siya ang explanation din, sir.
sa log na base 10.
Wala siya ang parang the difference mo, we have to make use of the LN rather than the log base points. So, na-ask ko siya process.
Kasi magkaiba ang values ng log base 10 saka
Yes,
LN, di ba?
Yes.
Pero but I mean, sir, kung pag-simplify yan natin sa group regression, mo na 90, somehow kapag E to the LN Y.
Actually, in econometrics form, LN ang ginagamit, hindi yung log eh. Hindi yung log, Y,
Yan, sir.
LN.
Kapag po, pag-work sa E, maway mo doon siya. So, nanatay model ma-create.
Can you model a simple linear equation?
Like, di ba, from the given that we have, it's just L and Y. These have 0 plus minus, ba yun?
Yeah, plus minus beta sub 1, LN x sub 1.
L and X sub 1.
Mm-hmm.
Plus,
Wala lang, simple na.
minus beta sub so on.
Sandali lang. Saan ang galing yung beta sub 2 mo?
Ano naman?
Hindi, huwag mo na lagyan.
One na lang
Sa 2 na huli muna.
Sorry.
Para hindi tayo mag-ito.
Dala na lang isa tetrapis.
Ako na ako.
So,
Mabuti din may instant. May instant lesson na ako nito. Okay. Nawala si... Mana maganda ang equation ni Y. And the next.
so kanino sa circuit constant man na, so therefore kana
Si E is equal to
2.718
raised to the...
patong di sub zero na man.
Okay. When in the entire equation, right? Then kunin mo lang yung ln x sub 1. And that is automatic your corresponding Y. Sa taas yata, equation, ganyan ba?
D times
Exponential man siya, so exponential.
ang rule sa power rule kay kung mag-plus ka doon pa na but pa rin base, di ba?
Times lang siya, times
Kasi of x raised to
Okay,
Yes,
sabi siya.
thanks.
di ba power rule man kung
Oo.
plus ka the exponent
Tama, I got that. Times, no? Oo,
x sub 1 and
E plus minus B sub 1 and then sub 1.
Pareho lang.
So, y equals E
Pareho lang.
EB.
times
Ang cute naman.
x sub 1.
E beta sub 1, E raised to beta sub 0 times x sub 1 raised to...
Makuha man siya kanin siya, sir. Is this the same as x sub L and x sub 1 raised to plus minus 2. Ang ginaog man siya. Sa lang na rin sa lang So, ano na siya?
pero makita kita na approach
That's the simplest form niya.
Yes, sir. Ano na siya ang iyang katong model, sir, along the way when you use the Yes.
Constant pa ng E.
Constant mo na siya.
Yeah. So, kung
Yeah.
sa something, ito ang E diyan, di ba?
Nakakompute lang sa starting sa
What if, di ba, naka-estimate naman kung beta sub 0 plus minus beta sub 1 ln 6 sub 1. Naka-estimate naman ko ng mga parameter constants ni beta sub 0 and beta sub 1. Estimated ko na. I'm not going to proceed here sa kubos. E raised to ln y is equal to y.
Yes.
property na
Property na siya, sir.
So, therefore, y is equal to that E raised to beta sub 0 plus minus beta sub 1 and x sub 1. This is the estimated equation.
Yes.
So, when I'm going to put the value of x sub 1 there in its log form or in its ln form, I will be able to estimate the y.
Yes po. May model.
So, we'll have the same result with the final equation.
Yes, sir.
We'll have the same result with the final equation.
Pero di mo exponent at isa pa.
Then, kayo mong exponent ang beta sub 1 sa x. Hindi, kasi when you treat this one, di ba ang form niya?
Kaya ang natural data ng exponent or pwede man siya ma-constant na.
Yun man ang, this one, yun ang form
Pero
niya.
pwede na siya yung
This one is this is x sub 1 raised to, what is that? Plus or minus beta sub 1. Plus or minus beta sub. Tama ba?
Yes po.
This one? Ayan. Yan ang kanyang corresponding transformation.
Pwede na po siya, sir, ka na siya i-compute.
Ah,
Pwede
isa.
naman siya, tapos then mag-PXP.
Ano?
E pagkatong.
So, yung exponent na mo nito rin.
Calculus din merong approach na
Mga hindi yan.
Mo ko na ito doon sa mga functions.
Hindi ko nadaanan. To be honest. Hindi ko na nadaanan. Kaya thank you for the lesson. So pagka ln function ka, if you want to get rid of the lny, kunin mo yung actual y, you use that formula. No? 2.67 raised to the 2.71 oh, e. 2.71 raised to the equation na estimate mo.
Pero sa one, no, we also transform ln or the values are so
And very erratic.
oo.
Forecasting man tayo, no?
Yes.
We will be doing that one under data transformation when we are facing issues in if not stationarity, heteroskedasticity. Yan siya. Kasi si stationarity can be best addressed using differencing. Heteroskedasticity, yung large and very erratic, yan. Yan yung LN. That's the solution. So heteroskedastic data. I hope you can relate on that as early as now. Okay, give you time to absorb. You know what? That is very important, ha? Kasi not all models will be in its actual form. Some models will be transformed into its log linear or it's in its LN form.
From logistic regression.
In the LNC. Probability rin kasi yun siya, no? LNY over kuan ang kanyang kuan. Asa na siyang subject?
Sa calculus.
What kind of calculus? Not differential, no? Integral?
Integrals.
Integral. Kasi wala akong integral eh. Sa,
Differential equation.
yan?
Yes.
Yan ba?
Yes.
Di ba ang differential is dy over dx?
Itong mga
You will differentiate what sides of the equation.
Kaya nga, dy with respect to dx. That's your differential.
pero basta ma-remember na ako lang sa
Apoy differential equation.
sa chapter 6 na siya.
Apoy differential equation.
Oh,
Differentiable sa two sides of the equation.
tapos hindi
So still, this one is in differential calculus.
Algebra.
okay.
Ah, okay.
Pero ma-expand lang siya sa concept sa calculus. Ang explanation pa.
So, kung naka-differentiate.
Wala ka, bakit algebra? Iba naman yung, wala sa algebra ko yan, college. Actually, kaya that is my deficiency, kaya nagpa-explain ako. Sabi ko, hindi ko na daanan yung explanation niya. Even in statistics, hindi naman dinidiscuss sa statistics yan. Okay, I think we're ready to move forward. Okay. So this is an actual data. If you would like to forecast the 11th period, you can use a linear trend equation. Okay. To estimate the linear trend equation, you can just use the regression function, the slope function, no? Linear function. So, and therefore, you can have this kind of graph. So for that linear trend, right? Well, you see, is the linear function better than the alternate nonlinear function? For the nonlinear function, ang ginamit dito is yung double smoothing. Yung merong alpha at saka beta. Di ba ang na-present ko sa inyo, alpha lang? Yan. Yan yung itsura ng double smoothing niya. I haven't, what they call this one? I haven't evaluated the errors. Probably you would like to do that one. Just to see kung linear is performing better than the exponential smoothing. Double exponential smoothing or the trend adjusted exponential smoothing technique. So, after all, yung technique at saka yung lesson na binahagi ko sa inyo last time, how to assess the model, can always be applied. Yung error, i-measure ninyo yung error between the two models. So you have the simple linear, okay? And you just have to run the equation there. Sige, can you do that one in your So we can discuss.
Excel lang po.
Yeah, pwede na Excel. You can use this mga kuan para mapatungan. Okay, gipangmuha ang kuan, gipangmuha ang lamesa diri. I think there's another one more seat diri, Ma'am Joy, if you would like to diri na lang ning bags. You can move here, Kev.
Nothing different.
Ano tanong po?
Right down po. Ito, sir, no?
And somebody would like to volunteer explaining the model based on our discussion. Sino nga ulit yung gumawa ng double exponential last time? Meron na kayong template sa sa inyong Excel. Ma'am, it's a name. Ma'am D, double exponential. Kasi pwede na yung magamit sa
Same ano do, same M's.
I think that is sales. Like, na lang natin. Sige, actual na. Actual is equal to since positive plus E
Model.
period. Do we have the coefficients already? What's the beta sub 0?
699.47.
Wala pang good equation di pa na ako mag-present. And then, significant ang model. In terms of, sige, paki sa kuha, dictate 600
99.4.
699.4 plus
Ilan ang decimal sir?
First lang,
7.5 na.
7.5.
Regression.
Yeah. Okay na. Wants to explain. Sige. Let's report the individual. Sir Julian, the significance level of this.
The individual sir.
E
One, ay, naka-exponent is na negative 5, pwede na lang dito may concern ha? 1.74.
1.7 E negative
Yes.
5.
15, sorry.
Negative 15.
Okay, that's
Itong isa,
3.60 E raised to 0. 6.
like this. E raised to negative 6.
Many as exponent niya sir, negative 6. So, 6 pag meron left, ano pa? Gagawin meron 15. Mas hindi po ano. Di ba naman sa research ang mga sa
P-models nga. P-models.
3.5 na 3.6 days sir.
3.6. Exponent.
Ay, negative 6. Asa din ang data analysis na sir? Nasa data. No?
Yes. This one is negative 15. Yeah. Doon yan. Okay.
Pwede, paano ni Stars? Si Ma'am, ano sa pagiging
Okay. Jillian. Here.
Every month. Tama, sir.
Okay man lang siguro. Basta wala lang mali sa encoding.
Ay,
HDMI. Ay, kuha na sila. MacBook. C na sila. C-type.
Tama ka na hindi pa may uwi. Ito hindi answer dati.
Ano ka? Discuss ko na siya. Significant, sir, no?
Significant siya.
Ay, sir. Dili mo ko nawala.
Ulat sa ka.
Sige, go. Asa ang pagkuhan niya? Pag-project niya?
Hindi pa siya naka-extend. Ano mo na lang, slideshow, automatic na siya sa second screen.
Wala ang slideshow, sir. Ano mo gamit, sir? Sige, extended lang din.
Hindi, extended siya.
Sa ulit pa.
Ayun na. Pag once na mag-show yan, hindi pala.
6994. Kani daw ay.
Ako lang, sir.
Sir Jonathan na lang.
Ay, sir.
Mag-lisod ta sa Mac.
Sorry.
Challenge.
Pwede pa.
Sir, challenge.
Downgrade mo, B.
Ha?
Downgrade mo, B.
So good morning, everyone.
Sige, go.
So for today's discussion, we have
Nakapasok ka sa
ay wala
Google.
when someone is ano na lang
screen.
Di dapat ma-share nimo ang sulod kita sa Google Meet.
So, wala ko Google Meet. So, wala ko na Google Meet. Sige ka.
I-connect. Yes.
Ako ba nag-present? Basta presenting.
Dito ako.
Well, okay, i-try daw.
Share sa ang one data.
Sa Gmail. Question sa ato ang ko.
Wala ko kasunod ko. Mas galing ngalan na nila.
Sa UP.
So, dalang ay ko.
Hindi mo pala
Bibigyan na lang.
di ba ang exchange kay ang period that was advised pwede ka mag-isip mo so mag-check check ano yung check
User. User.
Okay, okay. So, mabuhay everyone. So,
Kaya, buhay ka.
first na lang.
Okay, that's it.
Okay, so for others na wala pa silang data analysis tool pa, here's a data, meron kasi analysis tool pa sa gilid. So for them to install, we go to File, then we go to Options, then go to Add-ins. After you click Add-ins, you click Analysis Tool Path, Analysis Tool Path-BBBA, then you go to Go. Then, lalabas po yung add-ins dyan. Yung lahat ng add-ins po, i-click lang natin. Then, click OK po. Agad po. Then, lalabas na po ito lahat. Okay. Then, when you go back po sa data, meron na pong data analysis. Sige. So, now, when you click data analysis, you go to regression. Click regression. Click OK. Then you highlight the data. First is the wide range. So obviously, our wide range is yung ating actual data. Yung gusto natin i-forecast. Next is the X range. Siyempre, yung ating period, yung time T. Highlight that one. Enter. Then do not forget po to click the labels.
Kasi sinama niya yung label.
Yes, because the label will identify po the Excel will know na meron ng numeric. So you click the
Yung
label.
yung highlight o kasama yung label.
Yeah.
Pero pag hindi kasama yung label, ang highlight niya nandito lang. So,
Oo.
tanggalin ko yun. Kasi pag naka-click yan, tapos ang highlight niya nandito, iti-treat niya yung first row as label.
Yes. So you have to click the label po. Then, let us set everything constant. Hindi natin gagalawin for the purpose of illustration. Let's proceed with the output range. Click output range. Output range, ibig sabihin gusto ilagay yung output niyo. So for this case, gusto ko ilagay lang po sa column D. Press enter, then okay. Then meron na akong output, i-override ko lang siya. And it will give you the output that we desire. Now, in the purpose of consistency also, I encourage you to use the comma. This comma. Para nag-help, call lang mo na lahat, sir. Consult lang mo na. Then you click comma para uniform po lahat. It will automatically give us 2 decimal points.
Wow.
Oo, para uniform. Like, kung hindi kasi mo decimal points, if you observe, ang resulta dito sa part ng p-value, it will give you an e to the negative 15, which is very dirty pag isulat mo yan sa report. So, para uniform, you use comma, then it will give you values that in decimal points na.
Thank you, sir.
Then we will have sa kuwan siya, sir, sa projector.
I-zoom na natin.
I-zoom na lang. Okay, so again, no, may I repeat, no? The given values po is for example, this one, the given values po are very dirty, right? Kaya decimal points. Especially po itong part na ito, ang iba, if titignan, di ba, ang pasyan natin is 0.05 ng last time. But the ordinary people, so ito sa ordinary people, they will show na alam, more than 0.05 man is 3.5.
Extraordinary data.
But for the purpose of para mag-uniform lahat and very clean, that is my term na lang po, clean, I do this one, comma style, so that you will have a very nice then automatically you will have the result. So what is the meaning of this?
Yung comma is new to me. I-try mo daw yung period and actual, tapos click comma.
Again, sir.
Try mo yung dataset mo, then click comma.
Ito?
The entire, including the names.
Yes, sir. Including this one, sir, it will give you comma, sir. But
Sige
this
daw.
is not point.
Okay, pwede pa rin pala.
Para uniform siya, sir. Tapos, meron kasi ruling na uniform data decimal points when you do your report.
Kasi meron akong experience on that. Pagka meron mga text, hindi ko nakiklik yung comma.
Makiklik siya, sir, for or. Pero hindi siya magbibigay ng decimal sa
Oo.
text. So, delete lang.
Di, dapat pareho yan. Maski SPSS. Maski na mag-just ka, saka dyan mo.
You should have the same output.
724.
Sige. So,
Kinsa yung gusto mag-volunteer, aside from Sir Jonathan, to discuss the model.
sige, go.
Hindi, lang sa kapasig din sila mag-volunteer. Nagkakuan pa sila. Discuss. Sir SG yan.
So, from the table.
Just lang.
Nila na yung mga issues dito. Unsay question? Unsa asa diha ang dili pareho? Pila ang ano ba ninyo din ha?
What is your F na lang?
90 plus na yan. 40. Tarawa din mong given.
Ang data, i-check ang data. Zoom in na lang.
Sige na.
The data.
Sorry.
Yan. Yan. I-check the data.
Okay.
Usually dyan nagkakamali, no?
Yes.
Actually, that is the real case one with sa p-value. Pagkala sa p-value, wala sir, more than 0.05, wala naman yung i-ana. Look at that.
Diba, Sir Nathan, i-check na naliga ko update ang word na diba?
Yes.
Ang
Wala siya niya, ganun ko ba pilang word na di mo?
Pero ni mo
Ay, may naman nito sir, dili sir, pag when you have your result, ibutang yun yung period. Kaya kung dili mo i-check ang label, one ang magawas dito.
kung anong nigawa sa mga X variable 1.
X1 also.
So dapat period lang.
Ano, wala na niyo i-appeal ng label.
Wala ko. Kaya kalimos ko i-check.
Okay na mo.
Anong sama na?
Ito po.
Ikaw na,
Tabangin na.
125 na. Okay, perfect.
Hindi double check na.
Already siya sinabi.
Hindi, check ang label o may one.
Ayun, check ko.
You know why I'm doing this? Wala man good na ako ninagian sa ko ang PhD. And then nakita na ko siya nga, dili. Ang nag-compute ni, pero dili na ka friendly. Wala minatagang ang opportunity to do this. Ang among mga teachers will just assume na you know that one already. So kamo na'y bahalaan na. So ana ko nga ako mga classmates nagkabuang manggod. Ako nga it's not always the same case sa mga tao. So ano ko probably we have to give more importance to doing it, no? So that kinsa ganito? Sa output.
Kung asa mo gusto nga column, choose any column that you want. Column B, column
Output range ang i-click.
Ayun na rin yung worksheet mo, pero route ka sa laking worksheet.
So kung asa nga cursor, asa mo siya ibutang. Yan. Actually, balik mo doon sa drop down.
Wala pa di kama.
dapat ikama mo.
Then wag lang isang cell lang. Isang cell lang. One cell.
Kaya ito na negative 15.
Sir, asa na
Ito na negative 15.
User friendly. Pero naanad na lang akong mga kitaan ko sa mga reports, exponent po. Ginagamit ko nila exponent. Okay, yeah, by the way, kasi kung mag 2 decimal digit ka na, 0.00, automatic 99% yun sa tapos 0.6 o 0.1 or 0.2, hindi na siya significant.
So dapat, kung saan siya parang
So let's start.
Kamu okay na mo din ha? Sir Dex?
okay. 3.6. Ano na i? Okay, so na.
Okay na sir.
Okay.
So dapat, wala na to.
Oh, wala na siya kapag ganyan.
So dapat wala na sa ubos.
Zero na sila ito na negative na.
Pero kung mag-reporting, sir, saan na dapat ang ganito?
Kanina 2 decimal points, pero hindi na tayo siya sa other software, we'll use less than 0.
Depende po sa software yung mga
Assisting.
ang exam mo yung capacity sharing ala kung si R bigyan na biya tayo makita pa dito niya kung paano
Pero ano pa lang siya last time.
ganyan.
Ada.
Pati si Jazz, zero na po din po. Siya nag-report sa kanya.
0-0 na lang.
Para asa na lang.
Asa ka si Kani?
Okay na po. Okay na.
Very basic na siya, pero kaya ka manukad eh. Hindi natin ko makuha ang succeeding models maglisod ka. Who wants to discuss the result? Lilian, go ahead.
So from the table, if you want to look at the regression statistics, there you will find the strength of their relationship. It's positive. So sa multiple R, I don't know the word multiple. Sa R lang siguro mo
R square.
correlation coefficient. So kung ilang strong positive ang ilang relationship, the R squared nearest to 1 strong, nearest to 0 dili kay strong. So R squared, as far as I can remember, dili na siya mag-describe sa strength, but the percent of the variability that your independent exponent can, independent variable can explain your dependent variable. So example, 94% of the variability of the y explains can be explained by your period. So, ana. So, ma-adjusted R squared, hindi ko sure. Ano, standard error, kapag MST, mape,
Baliktad ko.
Ay, explains why.
Ah.
Bakit?
Sige, go ahead, Julian.
standard error, so, kato nang sa mape ninyo, pero hindi ko sure sa gamit nila magpa dira or MST or mape. And then, when you look at the ANOVA table, mo na itong kadtong sa significance sa imong model. Pero before tang mod to dira, let's go first to the individual coefficient sa baba. So, nadira ang intercept of period. So, dira ikan si Doc ng 699.4 sa imong intercept plus kay kuan lang ni simple regression pero may gamit ang normal linear regression plus 7.5x for the period. So, tanawin mo ang standard error nila, t-stat, the p-value, so 0.00. So, significant si intercept. So, Dok, nakot pong tana na ba? Kung hindi significant na intercept, hindi appeal sa model?
Appeal.
Appeal gyapon. So, okay. So, period is still kanang significant. So, balik ka dito sa imong ANOVA table, mo ito yung ANOVA table, dito yung makita ang significance sa imong model. Meaning, kanang type ni Sir Joe, mauna nga itong model. Y equals 699.4 plus 7.51 x. So, yung mga pag-reporting na sa mga data, hindi mo kayo na makita ng Y equals 699.4.
Hindi.
Murag, nagpasabot ang author, ay murag, assume ang author, nakabalo na dahil ka na, o dahil na ang model.
Change the X and Y. Actual variables.
Mao na siya, kung pagkakuan.
Hindi
So,
na pag-run ko.
ay ba natin itong
Sa
tulong, no?
equation.
Itong relationship
Instead
or
of X and
direction, significance of the relation of the impact niya. So, in every change in Y, the period,
No. Again.
in
Every
every change in the period, there would be 7.5 increase plus kanang 6.99 sa imong Y variable, sa imong actual variable.
again.
Sige. In every change sa imong Y, as imong
Period.
sa period, the Y would be mag-increase siya og 7, di mo po siya, 7.5 lang, 5.51. So, there would be an increase of 7.51 plus our constant, which is 699.4.
Ulit. Let's do this one. P equal to 10. What is your corresponding A?
Your A is 750 plus 699, so that would be 149.4 siguro.
P is equal to 11. What is the corresponding A?
So makita ka diba?
What's your A here?
775.
775.
Plus 699.4.
Also, let's say is
699.4 plus 750. 1449.4.
1449.4. And this one?
Yeah. 7.5 times 10. 7.51.
I am using 7.51. Yes, be consistent.
Validate the first block. Kailan to? 774 lang din ito. Ang first of, sorry, second. P equals 10. 774.4. 774.4. That one. Ano, 1449? Okay, erase na. Mali.
no, Doc, it's 774.5.
774. Dapat 100 itong 750. 10
Ah,
mo
okay.
din na.
75 lang.
Opo, 75 lang.
774.5.
774.5.
Ang 11 doc ay
782.
782.01.
82.
7.8.
01. Ang 12 is
This is A when P is equal to 10,
then
and then A when P is equal to 11. Okay, so A 11 minus A 10. That is 782.01 minus 774.5 is equal to
7.8. 7.51.
Which is
The B.
how many change in P? Change in P is P11
One.
minus P10. And then P11 is 11 minus 10, that is equal to
One.
1. The change in A
7.5.
is 7.5. The change in P is
One.
1. Change in A is 7.5. Change in P is 1. Sige, so interpret.
So there will change in every change in the
Period.
period, there will be 7.5 change in our actual rate.
Yeah, actually. So hindi
So
ka
one,
na
okay.
hindi ka na mag-add ng 699.
Okay. At least clear na kung saan siya pang-interpret.
So this is now the
B. Beta.
yung pinaka
Slope.
magandang
Slope.
explanation natin dito. This is the
The magnitude.
effect or the impact of
The impact of the actual.
impact of P to
The impact of B to the actual.
right
Your variable.
of P to A. Actual sales kasi actual ang sinabi natin. So, every year, tumataas yung sales by 7.5. So, ganun siya. So, when every year, 1 year added, your sales will increase by 7.5. So, ganun siya. Sometimes we call this one as the limit or boundary. Boundary of effect of X to Y. Boundary of effect. Or, in short, the impact or the effect of X to Y. Any other clarifications? Yeah, yung sa model na discuss naman yun, no? Yung individual at saka model significance. When do we use the adjusted R square?
Adjusted R
Para makita ko na pa ba laing variable na nag-affect sa imong hangpuan do kay kung gamay kayo na meaning gamay lang kayo iyang effect yang maka-explain siya sa variability anak ni mo na variable. Ano na factor kanila na percent sa variability
Yan.
yang extreme.
This adjusted R square.
Are adjusted R squared.
When do we use adjusted R square?
Anong magpa na sanitize?
Hindi.
What's the happiness of R squared or adjusted R
Yeah.
squared?
Anyone?
VIF.
Very important.
First.
Oo, naman eh. Term na ikaw ng first. Sigura magbase ang VIF adjusted R squared. Meaning sa VIF.
You use the adjusted R square when you are looking at multiple linear regression because multiple linear regression is having issues with the variance
Variance inflation
factor VIF. So pagka merong mataas yung VIF niya more than 10 or pwedeng 5, sometimes 5, yung iba mas relaxed 10, that means there is an issue of multicollinearity. More than ba or less than?
More than.
Tama ba? More than? More than?
Na-issue sa multi-collinearity.
So, which among the two, between the two, sir, ang gamitin ninyo? Is it the adjusted R
So, multiple.
Sa multiple,
Adjusted.
linear lang na sa R squared pa rin.
No. Pag simple, R square ka lang.
Aba, yung kaya sa R squared na tawag ko.
Pag multiple, ang i-explain mo instead of R square, adjusted R square.
So,
So the variation of Y would rely on the adjusted R square pagka multiple. Pagka simple, the variation of y would be relying on the R-square, the level of R-square.
So 94%.
What I'm saying will be relying yung with respect to x na. So yun yung tandaan nyo sa report niyo later on kasi very seldom na simple linear in yung equation. Baka sa dissertation ninyo multiple R-square, multiple linear ang gamitin ninyo. You do not use the R-square but instead the adjusted R-square. Okay, that's good. That's a good exercise. I think everyone was able to follow. Ano pa? Can you do the double smoothing in your free time na lang? And then you use the MSE. You can report the errors there. You can also use MSE or MAD, MSE, mean square error, and MAPE, computing that one. And at the same time, for the double smoothing, you use also the, tingnan natin anong mas magandang model. Si simple linear ba or si double smoothing? Ayan. Okay? So that's your bring home or your exercise.
Dok, pag na mga conflict sa math, example, model 1 kay mas gamay og math compared kay model 2 pero pag ako sa MSE kabaliktad na po.
MAPE akong ginabas yan.
MAPE.
MAPE akong ginabas yan. Kaya more standardized si MAPE.
Mo gani percentage error pag yung isa mo ng absolute value kay
Lagi.
ko kayo ang error.
Mao. So MAPE na lang yun. Okay. Oy.
Dok,
Word, yes.
like silipin po natin mo purpose at sa mga future years after.
Yeah. So you just
Use the
ilan periods yun? 10 ba?
10 sir.
So P11 na. So sa P11, gawin mo ng 11 dito. So ang P11 yan, ang forecasted niyan is 782.
So, kung natin formally day na model, ito na from base.
Yeah.
Pero di ba sa sa forecasting ng mga native, wala ko yung model ko.
Wala.
So, kung saan na mo po forecast?
MM yun? MM. Mata-mata. Hindi ko mo MM
Depende sa yung model. Pag mag-interval ka ng 5 seconds forecast, interval ng 5 seconds lasa.
Mas bumihan ka sa isa-isa pa mga interval. Pag-interval ko. Pag-interval ko form. Pag-previous ko.
So we're done with trend, no? So the next component of data structure will be the seasonality. So techniques for seasonality. But first, what is seasonality? Ito yung sinasabi. Recurring patterns in the time series. You know this one already. Just to differentiate that one from cyclical. So for seasonality, there are two types of models. You have the additive and the multiplicative seasonality. So later on, I'm going to show you the picture of this additive and multiplicative. For seasonal models, they use seasonal relatives. This can be computed using an equation. Sometimes in our SPSS, kiniklik na lang natin yan. Saka nire-report yan eh. Now, these seasonal relatives, if you're going to divide it, you're going to deseasonalize the data. If you're going to incorporate you have to multiply it. Seasonal relatives times the actual data, you're gonna have multiplicative seasonality. Or, yeah, for multiplicative, we are going to incorporate seasonal relatives, or we are going to incorporate seasonality in the data using the seasonal relatives. The seasonal relatives are numerical values. You multiply that one with the actual value, that means you're incorporating. You want to deseasonalize the data, tanggalin mo yung seasonality niya, you divide the actual with the seasonal relatives. Sige lang. Ma-witness niyo yan later on. Seasonal relatives can be computed using centered moving average or simple average method. Okay? We're not going into that kasi ibibigay lang naman sa atin automatic yan ni SPSS. But in my undergrad, we computed for this seasonal relatives. These are the two types of seasonality, or with trend pa nga yan siya, no? The additive model, like say for example, your dependent variable is demand. Ang additive model niyan is trend plus seasonality. So that means you're going to incorporate it by adding the seasonal relatives. Okay? For additive model. For multiplicative, that is seasonal, integrating seasonality or incorporating. So for additive model, you add that one. For multiplicative, you multiply. If you want to integrate seasonality in the data. Okay. So if you have a data that looks like this, over time, hindi lumalaki. You just have to add the seasonal relatives. And the sum, that is now the value that you are going to use for forecasting. So this is another way of data transformation or data sanitation that includes seasonality. So technique niya. Okay? So pag nakita niyo yung data na ganito lang yung itsura niya, parallel, almost parallel, okay? Yung ups and downs, almost parallel. With the trend, yung trend natin is increasing trend, that's a trend. We just use this one. Pero pag nakita natin it's growing, okay, it looks like a funnel shape already, suspected of heteroscedasticity. So it's going to be a multiplicative model. So ganito ang kanyang treatment. So for seasonal relatives, let's look at how they will be computed. If the data will have large variations relative to the slope, you use the SA, simple average or moving average. Okay? Di ba kanina sinabi niyang simple relatives can be computed using centered moving average or simple average. Okay? Centered moving average or simple average. Pagka masyadong erratic yung data mo, it's okay to use SA, simple average, as seasonal relatives. Pagka very close siya dun sa slope ng data, it's not okay, but instead, probably you want to use that centered moving average. But anyway, the seasonal relatives, again, as I have said, will be given to us by SPSS already. So this is for seasonality. Okay. These are just some concepts in seasonality. Key takeaways here would be this one. Yeah, that one. So with your trained eyes, you'll be able to differentiate an additive model from that of a multiplicative model. Okay. So magkaiba kasi sila. So of course, when you see the additive model structure, data structure, you'll be suspecting of a model that is different from that of the multiplicative model. Nire-report din yan or kiniklik natin yan, or nire-report yan ni SPSS that the model is additive or multiplicative. Of course, we have the choice. Meron tayong option na tayo mismo ang mag-model. We want it to be additive or we want it to be multiplicative. Or if not, let us just leave everything to SPSS. Siya na mismo yun mag-identify if it is additive or multiplicative. Sometimes the area or the decision area is very close to each other. Like we cannot believe that the software labeled it as an additive because when we see the data, it's more like multiplicative or the other way around, di ba? So, kumbaga, we are questioning the decision of the model. Bakit niya ginawang multiplicative? Mukha namang additive. So, you try the additive. So, you can always have that option. But that's a key takeaway there. Do you have questions and clarifications for this? The application will be coming from the, yung use natin ng tool. Doon na natin siya i-apply. Okay? So kasi pagka kinompute natin isa-isa at saka in-apply natin mano-mano, baka hindi natin matatapos yung ating coverage. Okay, so sa na yan, sa software na ang mag-aano sa atin yan. Magbibigay ng actual example. Don't worry, malapit naman tayo sa software. For cycles, this is going beyond seasonality. We use the moving average or short moving averages. Short moving average, like say for example, MA2, MA3, okay, instead of MA5. Or the naive method, the MM method, the mata-mata for cycles. Kasi si cycle is more than a year siya, di ba? Annual. Tapos kung ang data natin is like quarterly or monthly, baka hindi mag-fit yung averaging. Okay? So yung closest period, previous period, ang better predictor niya or the trend from the closest period. That's the naive method. Using explanatory variables as well for cycles. Okay, so di ba yung sinabi natin kanina na explanatory model kasi yan, hindi actually explanatory variables. Explanatory model, gumamit tayo ng mga cubic function. Di ba yung cycle mo is like a cubic function? So that is explanatory variable. The associative technique, ito na ngayon yung regression natin, linear regression, hindi na siya univariate. Take note of the term univariate. Why is it univariate? For univariate analysis, one variable siya, di ba? Univariate. What is the variable? The one that you are predicting. Sales to the period. Beta sub 0 plus beta sub 1. Sales. Ano na ulit? Minus 1?
Previous sales.
Previous sales minus 1.
CD minus 1.
Tama. T minus 1. Sales D. Sales D minus 1. This is univariate.
One variable ng sales lang.
Okay? But sometimes, yung ating model, two variables naman eh. Pero parang yung period na yan is really 1, 2, 3, 4. Constant pa rin siya, di ba? Yan, ang variation. 1, 2, 3, 4 yung kanina. Unlike sa associative technique, this one as X will not be 1, 2, 3, 4. Not discrete. So it could be 1, 0.5, 2.5 with the corresponding sales. So ganyan ang associative technique. So you have two variables, X sub 1 and the corresponding Y. So, ito sa pwede natin siyang sabihin to variables, period, and sales. Not automatic that is discrete na interval 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the time. For the time element. Usually, that would be y equals to beta sub 0 plus beta sub 1 t. That's time. And the time is always 1, 2, 3, 4 because you cannot report this one as Q1, Q2, Q3, or Q4. You cannot do that one. So you have to transform this one since that is year 1. For year 2, there is another Q1. For time, year 2 Q1 is actually 5. Diba? Because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. And then corresponding 6. Pagka ganun ang distribution ninyo, diba? Year 1, Q1, Q2, 3, and 4. Tapos year 2, same, Q1. You cannot do this one for this kind of model. So transform this one as T, transform that one as T1, 2, and so on, and then there's 5 and so on. Hindi mo mapatakbo yan sa regression. Yung Q1, hindi mo mapatakbo. Aside from, as long as naka-Q1 yan, hindi mo mapatakbo. So you just have to change it to actual number na 1 to 3 discrete variables. For associative technique, magkaiba. So yung kanyang regressor, yung kanyang X is not usually time, but another explanatory variable. Same with the multiple linear regressions. Questions on that? The non-linear regressions. In SPSS, we have non-linear regressions. I think do we have non-linear regressions in Excel? Linear lang sila lahat?
Data analysis. Available for
Wala, no? So check nyo yung SPSS ninyo. There is the non-linear there. Ano? As SPSS. You can use that one.
Ang naman po sa Excel.
Na?
Ang mag-add lang.
Kasi mag-form really siya ready me.
wala siya, hindi siya available dahil sa data. Paano siya mag-add on?
Sa SPSS, instead of I go directly to nonlinear, I go to curve estimation. How do I transfer that one? Here in analyze, regression, dito ako sa curve estimation. So say for example, lagay nga tayo ng this is the second. Hindi ko alam eh. Ah? 7, 11, 20, and then 18. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So, parang analyze, regression, curve estimation. Their dependent is bar 1. Independent mo is bar 2. So in the curve estimation, you see here the models.
Yeah.
There. Growth or exponential. Okay. So I'm not going to do that one yet because I'm not familiar with the rest. So dito lang muna tayo. Oh, biglang nawala ang ako. Ayaw. Ayan na. Ayan na ba? Okay. Diyan na pala. Okay, I would like us to focus on the R square. Pinakamataas si cubic. Yeah. R square is cubic.
Pero hindi siya significant, no?
Let's see if it is significant.
Point 218.
218. It's not significant. So it's not a good model.
Mas significant ang growth and exponential.
Significant ang linear.
Growth and exponential.
Linear, pero
Growth and exponential.
pero mas mapili ang either growth or exponential kaya kung siya R square.
Compared to linear. So yun. So equations ng ating growth, ayan. That's another Waterloo of mine. How do we express this one? Constant 1.2, beta sub 1.3. The exponential form, the growth form is, what's the equation of growth?
Growth mo.
What's the expression of exponential?
Exponential. Di ba e to the x, b sub 0 e to the x. Ang
A
exponential.
sub f, a raised to x man akong y equals a raised to x.
b sub 0, b sub
Sige daw,
1.
i-try nyo daw sa ano. Do you have the Jillian Palipod? Expression sa exponential and growth.
Wait, so,
Y equals
a
raised to x.
exponential.
Exponential, tama sir, no? Exponential.
Ang growth.
Pareho naman, bro.
Nalibog po dahil ko ano sir.
Hindi, magkaiba sila ng constant.
Basi t ang gamit.
Alos pare-pareho bitaw, no?
1 plus R.
Sige daw.
Plus R.
Hindi, I mean sa equation niya, yung kanyang curve din, almost the same.
1 plus R na siya kay kuan. Compounded. Compounded. So A plus 1 plus o ka
That's the growth model.
model.
X na raised to x.
Raised to x na siya. So growth pala sa compound times R e to R.
I a times
Pala siya R e to the R e on either of the two. Either tatama na siya. Or y equals A e to the R e. So R e.
Where is your constant? A?
Yeah.
Where's your beta sub 1? What's your beta sub 1?
Ang big, mana siya sir.
Where is the beta sub 1 there? It's 3.61.
Asa ka niya sir sa
It's the higher constants.
Oo.
Sige daw, i-implement mo nga sa equation.
Exponential, no?
sige sa exponential. Ang constant is
Ang constant kay 1 ano sa ka?
Kulang yan. Yung exponential mo, ganyan lang ba? Kulang. Meron ka parameter siguro. A is the variable.
A is the